Some quick thoughts on the game. I thought it was a fun game to watch overall, and generally the Ravens played well. Both teams were very physical. It was good to see that kind of physical play from the Ravens. The Broncos are a pretty good team, very physical defense. They just don't have a quarterback. It wouldn't have mattered if Bridgewater would have finished this thing. Neither of the quarterbacks for the Broncos are particularly effective, I don't think. In any case, just wrote down a few players that I felt were standouts. A couple that are perhaps unsung, and one of them is Chuck Clark. Chuck has just been playing well this year, covering tight ends, very, very physical against the run, diagnosing stuff very quickly, getting out on screens quickly. I know a guy got out of his tackle on a screen today, but generally he's been very, very physical, excellent blitzer. Really want to highlight Chuck because he's one of those players that goes unsung, super versatile. Tyus. I don't know if a lot of people are mentioning Tyus is really, I've thought this a couple times before. Tyus is starting to really, really show himself. I think he's becoming more confident as a pass rusher. He was very effective today rushing the quarterback, and I thought he was effective several times last week as well. He's just looking more and more the part, which makes him all the more effective. Dropped as well. He also set the edge very well a few times today. In any case, he's looking very, very well-rounded, and I think he's going to start to come on strong. Matabike, and most of my notes are from the first quarter, but Matabike playing well again, just a dominant performance early. That may have been in the second quarter when he had that sack. He beat the guard. I thought he just played well generally. Again, these are observations without watching anything. I do want to mention Queen because I was watching him pretty closely. He and Harrison. I was trying to watch the linebackers in this game early. So it may well be that Queen turned it on and played very, very well in the final three quarters. As I was watching him largely through the first, I wrote down that he whiffs as the weak side backer on a 2nd and 3. It might have been the first drive. That one was not egregious to me. It just didn't. Another case of him not throwing his body around and sort of just kind of arm tackling. Now he was kind of running opposite the play, so that's not going to stand on tape as particularly poor. But I noticed it. He lined up wide over the. I guess he's a tight end, Albert O something, and he just ran right by him. He beat him deep. Vertical. As near as I could tell, there wasn't any kind of juke or physicality. He just ran right by him and beat him for what would have been a score. Again, I think some of that has to do with the quarterback play. Oweh's sack, it was difficult. I don't even think they showed the replay of it, but it looked to me like he just beat the guy off the edge, may have beat his hands and dipped. That's what it looked like to me. Just a swipe with his hands, a dip, and then coming to the quarterback's back. On that play, we saw Justin Houston loop opposite him, take on 2 blocks, beat 2 blocks, and he was held on that particular rush where you see Oweh get the sack. That's what it appeared, how it appeared to me. Let's see, Queen. What else was? Oh, he was in coverage on like a hook zone coverage, and Tim Patrick, who looked like whoever that big receiver that used to play for Denver in the Peyton Manning day. He looked kind of like him. Queen took a bad angle on him. It turned into a big play. I think a lot of times when I say bad angle in space, I see Queen stopping his feet really. Instead of sort of shooting his way to the ball carrier or to the spot. He kind of just stops his feet and waits there, if ever so subtly. Harrison made some lines at the play. Plays at the line of scrimmage in the run game. He does, as a wayside linebacker, a lot of times he does bite and run downhill, and they'll throw behind him. That happened today. A slant which was incomplete. It was on Averett, and I think the ball came out late or something. But I noticed they threw behind the back. The quarterback turned his back away from Harrison. He just kind of, instead of just kind of shuffling, he chased the line. He read the line, and they threw behind him. That again, these are my recollections. I could look at the tape and see that I'm wrong, but that's what I wrote down. They do line Malik up sometimes as a bit of an outside linebacker. They'll get three backers in there. I think they had Board, Queen, and Harrison. Harrison's very good at setting the edge in the run game. Let's see. It was cool to see Houston get his first sack. That was later. The Ravens need, where are they coming up short? Everybody knows it. It's the offensive line in protection. Also running the football. We've got to find somebody who can step up at the running back position and be consistent, or somebody's. It was really cool to see us go for the record. That I found, even though it was a great game and fun game to watch and a big road win, it was a little bit discouraging that we came up, 3 yards short, and then I think it was really important to pick up that record or keep that streak going. So that did make me happy. Le'Veon Bell, maybe you give him another week or two to get familiar. Maybe he did come up. He's always been a good blocker. He made that block on the sideline that got Duvernay into field goal range. That was cool. Let's see. Saw Queen get run out of a couple plays by a guard again. On that big run they had where the guy was dragging tacklers. I think it was Marlin. It was a great run. Tavon kind of was the guy that bounced off of him, and he was high in the backfield. He had a chance at him, but it was one of those plays. I'm not going to put it on tape. It was one of those plays where he's running in the backfield, kind of gets blocked. He's being blocked and beating the block, and he just kind of met the backer high, and that dude bounced right off of him. You'll notice, and I did notice on the replay, the slow motion replay, Queen is the opposite side of the play, gives up on it. He sort of jogs after it, and then you see him slow, which you don't want to see. Interestingly, we saw Owe. He was the guy. Humphrey eventually did get him down, but Owe was running that play down as well. So like I said, wasn't at first blush too pleased with what Queen's putting out there, and it was the first quarter. I haven't watched 2 through 4 I didn't make notes 2 through 4. I decided I'd just watch the game. So he could have turned it on in those 3. Worry about injury, worry about health. Certainly, again, the O-line. Lamar, I thought he was inconsistent early, or some inconsistent mechanics. The play by Marquise has to be mentioned. He was running full steam after that ball and laid out. That was a great catch and a necessary catch at a very important part of the game. Lamar, I thought he's definitely coming on strong as a passer, but I thought he was inconsistent as compared to last week in particular. Inconsistent mechanics early, some low throws. He did overthrow Duvernay, but you can see he's growing in terms of reads, in terms of understanding the offense, which has taken a step. It has improved the way it's schemed up this year. There's no question. There's more going on. And you can see the confidence kind of dripping off of him as a passer. That's exciting to see. They got to protect him. They've got to find a way to protect him. And there were stretches where they did that. So yeah, real physical game. It's great to get a road win. Anxious to watch the tape. Oh, Prochet. James Prochet should be mentioned as a guy who showed up big today. fought for a first down, a really important first down on third down. Duvernay, he may be on a tight leash, or short leash, I should say, in terms of being the punt returner. That may seem a bit of a far-flung notion because he's explosive, and you saw that even today. But he's put the ball down twice. We'll see. He's probably got one error left before the coach does make. What did he do? He fair caught a punt, I think around the 5 or inside the 5, and you could read the coach's lips. He said, "What is he doing? He can't do that." He was talking to the eye upstairs, or the booth upstairs. What is he doing? He can't do that, and he wasn't happy. So keep an eye on that. Prochet getting worked into the pass game a lot today and came up big. So a lot of great stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun stuff to watch, and we just got to get some guys healthy. Team's coming on.